This is an overview of the market analysis tool put together in Tableau. It's pretty simple and intuitive, so there's really not that much to show you. You'll be able to figure out as you click around, but I want to point out a few things just so you better understand what you're looking at. First, a comment about Tableau. If you're viewing this dashboard, that means that you downloaded the Tableau reader. Now, this file is a packaged Tableau workbook, which means all the underlying data, as well as the data about the visualizations, have been packaged together into one file which the reader reads and interacts with. What that means is you don't have the separate individual Excel file that the original data came from. That means you can't change any of the data in the dashboard. I don't think that you need to, but it's good to understand that what you see here is locked in. You can filter it, you can sort it, you can interact with it, but you can't change it. If you want to change it or update it, you're going to need to get the full Tableau software suite. So looking at this first dashboard, this is the target area quick stats. This dashboard does a good job of showing the number of dentists and number of practice locations within a specific geographic area. So again, super intuitive here. If you just come in, you can click any of the places that you want to look at and all the data is going to update. Also, all of these quadrants are linked to each other, so if you want to look at a specific subset of data, all you have to do is click on it. So for example, if you want to look at the number of locations that accept Premier Insurance, just click on it and everything else is going to update it. So now you know that of the 371 offices that accept Premier Insurance, you've got 299 of them have general dentist services and so forth. So it's a fun way to go in and quickly sort for a specific subset of data in a specific geographic area. This isn't, however, going to give you any detail about the specific dentist. So even though I know, in this cut of the data there are 299 locations, I don't know anything about which ones those are or any specifics really about them. So that's what this next section, or next dashboard, is about. Coming in here, this dashboard gives you data about specific practices. So just like the other one, you're able to sort on the data and everything is linked. So when you click on it, if you want to look at just orthodontist, you click on it, everything's going to update. Again, it's just as simple as clicking away to unfilter. Now, a few comments really quickly about some of these. Some of them are intuitive, but I'll give you a little explanation on a few of them. Obviously, these ones make sense. This Gmap distance, this is the actual Google Map distance it would take to drive from Upland to whatever the selected practice is. So if you wanted to filter out anything that was super far away, all you got to do is change this, and now it's going to shrink that radius right down so that you're only looking at things that are closer. If you want to unfilter one of these sliders or one of these filters with check boxes, all you have to do is come up in the right corner. You'll see that little icon with the red X. You click on it, and it's going to unfilter all the data. Now, the color is pretty self-explanatory. The better that a location scored, the closer it's going to be to green. So dark green, those are the best scoring practices. Dark red, those are the worst scoring practices. You can see as I hover over the data, you're going to get stuff that pops up. So this is individual data about specific practices. So when I hover over, it's going to give you the practice name, it's going to give you the location score, and a bunch of other information about the practice. This is how you would find what you need to look up more about the practice. So if looking here, oh, this practice, it's dark green, it must be a great practice, Yorba Canyon Dentistry. So now you have the name of the practice. You also have the address down at the bottom. So using these two things, you could go and look it up. I'm sure if you do a Google search for it, if they have a website, you'll be able to quickly find it. So all in all, really intuitive, pretty simple. You'll pick it up as you interact with it. There's not a whole lot that's difficult, and you can't really break it. sometimes it is a little hard to remember what you've got filtered or not. So sometimes the data might look like it's not showing anything. You just need to make sure that you've only filtered for things that you want. Occasionally I've been testing it and it looks funny to me, but then I realize that maybe I forgot to uncheck, the dentists that aren't referring or something like that. So again, super easy, and I'm sure you'll have a lot of fun digging through it and seeing what kind of dentists and what kind of practices are in the area.